Hi, GenderBlenders. Welcome to week 56 of GenderBlenders. And this week's question is, do you sing in the shower? In public? What voice or pitch do you use? Is it your new voice or is it your old voice? If you have changed, was that difficult or was it easy? Have you lost your old singing voice if you do sing? Any advice for those who want to keep their old voice? I have to admit to being guilty to this question. I sing. This was inspired by the androgynous related question of last week. What I found is my talking voice sometimes gets stuck in an androgynous mode. Not quite female, not quite male, somewhere in between. I admit to singing almost everywhere. I sing at Disneyland, out in public. I sing at church. I sing in the car. I sing in the shower. When I'm listening to records or tapes, CDs. When I'm jogging, I carry my little purple iPod. And by the way, I got this iPod as a result of GenderBlenders iPod Shuffle thing a while back. Up till that time, I never had one of these little critters. But I like it. I like it for jogging. And so I have a set of ear plugs that I sing with when I'm jogging. So no one's hauled me away yet, but it doesn't mean that they're not going to. So I do. Actually, I'm not at all professional, and I'm not very good at it. But I still like to sing anyway. What I'd like to talk a little bit about, though, is I came out of Disneyland, as I mentioned last week, I came out of Disneyland a lot earlier than I did at church. So, and you just heard me mention, I sing in both places. So, interestingly enough, I was practicing at Disneyland, things like, on the little rides where they have the little music going and things like that, and you're kind of in the dark and you're there all by yourself, so you can practice away and no one really knows that you're singing along with the music that's going accompanying the ride. And things like the little tiki room. That was one of the first audio animatronics things at Disneyland. They have a sing-along with that they encourage the audience, us, to sing along with the birdies, and I do. So I started to learn to use my female singing voice there. At that point, I was still using my male voice in church. I used to be able to hit some pretty decent bass notes in the church songs. As you'll see in a few minutes, I'm going to give you a little demo, so be careful about, you may want to just turn it down or something. Or carry a barf bag or something. But now, what pitch do you use? Mostly my female voice now, since I practiced at Disneyland, and I go everywhere, including church, as a female, so I now sing high-pitched everywhere, which means, as you'll see, my male voice is kind of going away. Was it easy to change? It was moderately difficult. At this point, I can hit the notes I want to hit most of the time. I don't have very much volume yet. I'm still practicing that. It's getting better, but I have a lot to go yet. So, I'm going to, as you notice me, that's the other monitor you see me staring at now. And I've got the little iTunes thing up on it. So I'm going to turn that on for just a second. We're going to listen to For Me from Sergio Mendes Equinox. Or a few seconds of it anyway. I'm not going to play the whole thing. I'm going to sing along. Never at no time was there a night like this. Never at no time was every star so near. Was every star so near. Never at no time has my heart been so sad. I used to be able to hit that note. Somewhere there's someone else who feels it too. Something rare and wonderful is due. That's all I'm going to play. So you can see I can hit the notes. I don't get any volume. I can hit the upper male voices yet. I used to be able to hit that lower octave quite readily, and that's gone away. Mainly because I really haven't practiced it. So, have you lost your old voice? Yes, I have. But I really don't need my old voice. A bass voice coming from a broad doesn't quite sound right. So, but advice, practice, practice, practice. You folks that do sing and want to remain androgynous, practice both voices if you like, if you're into that kind of a thing. I never used to be able to hit that low register that you just heard me not being able to hit now. I never used to be able to hit that 10, 15 years ago. And then I just decided at one point in time to start practicing it, and it got better and better and better. And I have a out-of-tune piano that I can noodle on. I can't really play, but I do have a little out-of-tune piano, so I practice with that. And I noticed that the more I practiced, the better that voice got. Until at church I was able to hit the bass register very nicely and complement things that were going on quite well. Not a professional, I told you that. But you know, for that kind of a thing, it worked out just nice. I can't do that anymore because I've kind of lost that. However, I never used to be able to hit the higher notes that I'm hitting now, for sure. So anyway, that's a little bit of a hint. If you do want to keep both voices, practice both voices, and then you'll be able to do that. So anyway, that's my advice if you want to do that. I think this was kind of a fun thing for me, at least this week. You got a chance to hear some of the things that I do. You can see all the equipment in the background. I like music. I love music. I love listening to it. I can't generate it very well at all. I wish I could. But what I can do is I can, of course, sing along. No, I don't have a karaoke player. But I can, of course, sing along and things like that, which I do. And as you kind of just heard. But I hope that was fun for you. Anyway, until next week, this is Steffi saying thank you ever so much. Bye-bye.